What's going on, Kings? Recently had the chance to go up hunting with myself and another gentleman and took my trusty MBUS 3's with me. It was a great experience, good time, and a lot of takeaways I think would be helpful for the average gun guy. I wanted to go over those here and let you know how it went. Number one, why did I go up with the MBUS 3's? Well, a couple seasons ago, I actually went up hunting with the 338 Lapua and full 50 millimeter objective scope. And that was not a great time, actually. Surprisingly, it was not a great time. So I got, we're min-maxing and I wanted to go the other way this time. Also wanted to give myself a bit of a challenge in just making that shot. So did not bring the AR, obviously. There's a couple reasons for that, and we might talk about that in the future, but the AR is actually not a great hunting rifle for a couple of reasons. But we'll talk about that in the future. It was great to get out hunting. I think I'm like one of two gun tubers that actually goes out hunting, and this is not like the corporate sponsored hunt. This is not like where you just go up on private land and there's a herd of them and you take your pick, okay? This is like you get dropped off in the mountains and it's congratulations, son, go find yourself a buck. So it was very fun. Good takeaways I want to go over here. Those are in no particular order. Number one, your SHTF rifle is probably too heavy, okay? I say that respectfully, lovingly, and we're going to bring out the fitness reactionaries, but I'll explain why this actually applies to everyone. I had a build with me with sling, rail, backup irons, and 3+1 rounds that was just under 8 pounds, okay? Just about 7.8 pounds. And that was about right. I wouldn't want to go too much beyond 10. If you're an AR-10 guy, it's just kind of like LOL. But your rifle is probably too heavy the way you have it set up now. Ruck through it in the mountains for a few days, and I bet you will find one or two things that could possibly come off. Now, what I'll say is the reason you do that is if I can carry a 8-pound rifle, you have to carry 10. Well, I can carry 32 ounces of water for free, essentially, right? And having that hydration is going to give you the edge, maybe the advantage in a life or death situation, right? And number two, going along with that, your build weight is you need a padded sling, okay? This is not negotiable at all, especially if you guys have the heavier type of builds. You are going to be hating life if you have to lug that thing around with a standard sling. It's going to cut into you. It's no good. Make sure you have a padded sling at the bare minimum. Mine here had this nice leather, I don't know what you would call it, pouch. That was great to just put on your back, right? And walk around. And that made things much easier, okay? So padded sling, great. While we're on the topic of gear, I do love the knee pads. I have to say the Cry knee pads are a game changer. I've heard some people don't like them. They were like prone to snagging on things. I did not experience that at all, guys. I question if that's maybe user error on the other part there. But these were a godsend, especially for getting over all of the felled and fallen trees you guys will see in this footage, which I'm told may be due to the North American pine beetle. Not a good situation, and I'm told actually the deer population has just been declining and declining in this area. There were a couple reasons given for that, not the focus of this video, but not a great situation. Over the 2.5 days, we saw 2 does. Okay, so that was it. Would have loved to stayed out there longer, especially during the heat of the rut. I'm told it may be like a little more activity, but I'm also told that this is kind of a low for wildlife in the area. So not making excuses. We'll bring home a buck for you guys. We'll have maximum pedigree, but that's what I was told in the area. I have no reason to doubt that. Takeaway number 3 or 4, the peak camouflage color, talking about Ranger Green versus Coyote Brown, is Coyote Brown. There's really no debate because all the deer are this color, right? So this is one of the best camouflage colors for North America. It might be green if you're a frog. I see the guys in green and I get it, but as a whole, the lighter colors, the tans, the browns are going to serve you much better in this region, and deer are testament to that, right? Now, did we see any? I did see one. I saw a couple get spooked when a gentleman took a shot who was not with us, which was a whole other thing. So apparently there was another guy up on the mountain which is interesting, right? Because we were in the same area, and it just goes to show you the importance of cover and concealment. Another thing too is the audio cues. There were a couple instances where I heard branches breaking. The person with me could not hear. I was actually trying to signal them, and they just couldn't hear because they're deaf from years of whatever. But that's another good takeaway. You don't typically hunt with ear pro for whatever reason, at least just culturally. The way I was raised here, people in this area just don't. So if you have the Peltors on, I think it gives you a great advantage in hearing wildlife near you. Cover and concealment, very important. You can be at one spot in the forest under deep cover. Another guy can be 5 to 10 feet away from you, and he could have a completely different view of the surrounding area just due to those trees, right? Takeaway number 3 or 4, I would say, is pack food that you actually want to eat. I'll tell you what was in my pack, but I've used the Garantham / Blue Jean operator hack of mixing trail mix in with peanut butter, and then you take the tortillas with you as kind of a hack to have a snack on the go. I've done that a couple times. I've never actually found myself in a spot where I was desperate enough to utilize that food item that I had packed. So one thing is just make sure to pack things you guys are actually going to eat, and there's other options. I did have other things with me. Full pack loadout in the cry. We had water. We had a 2-liter water, which was about right for a day to half a day. It was colder out, but you definitely work up a sweat going straight up a mountain. And I had enough water most of the time. Second day, packed a little light and was out for long, and so did run dry, but I was near the cabin, so it wasn't a huge issue. I was on the way back. So I took that, took some sardines, good sardines, we love that. Took some fruit snacks, always love sugar, something when you're out hiking that's easy for the body to use right away. Then your deer processing equipment, that's usually a folding saw and a knife. Knife I took with me was the paramilitary PM2. That was kind of no question. That was like the knife that I had to take. That was a really easy choice. And then what else? Yeah, that's basically it. I would encourage everyone watching this to go out and do this at least once. I would tell you to, you can hit the gym, try to prepare, but nothing's really gonna destroy your quads like 2 days of going up and down mountaintops, okay? Especially when there's no trail, you kind of try to stick to the game trails, but you're not always going to have a game trail to follow that gets you right where you want to go. So it was a good time. Maybe we will get the deer, we'll get the pedigree next time. Like I said, I just wanted to give myself that challenge. In taking that shot, it's kind of a ethical thing. Some of you guys will know as well. And in the future, we might do a video on the AR as a hunting rifle and why it's maybe not ideal for what you guys might get into. That's all. I'm sure we're well over the time. Wanted to share with you guys. I got nothing else for you. Get outside, test out your gear. Let me know what you guys learn. I'll see you in the next one.